Sky Squad, we are back in the building with the lady of the hour. Okay, just off of Sheree Shepherd's premiere episode, it is the Kandi Burruss in the building. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. How was the show today? I saw it, but how was it being there? What did it
I,
feel like?
I loved it. Okay, so first of all, I'm a fan of Sherry's and I'm a friend. So, I love her. She's hilarious. She's funny and I think that's just makes her lovable. So I had a good time with her. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I want to ask also, how is Todd and the family?
They are good. Todd is he's still helping conquer the world and coming up with some new ideas for things we have to come for you guys to see. We're producing together on the piano lesson, the Broadway show. So we're really gearing up for that because it starts September 19th. And then also our son, look at you. Thank
Okay, I
you.
was ready. I was ready.
Yes. So we also, our son Ace, he has a part on a major TV show. So last week and this week he has filming days. He's on 2 episodes. I can't tell you the show yet, but I'm super excited for him. So Todd is making sure he flies back to Atlanta and make sure he's on set with Ace. So we just juggling, making sure we doing everything we got to do.
I'm glad you went there because I had a question about that. We've
Okay.
seen on the show you and Todd like talk about working together on projects. How do you
Yeah.
decide which projects to work on together and which ones that you don't work on together? And how do you
Ooh.
guys feel about it when y'all don't work together?
Okay. It's so funny because I kind of feel like music stuff. Like he feels like at this point we should just do everything together. Now, but then at the same time, he gets frustrated when we do things together because he feels like nobody gives him any credit. So I know at one time we went back and forth about we started filming this television show idea. Um and we shot our own pilot and he's like, yeah, I just think I just wanted to be a tea time, T Tucker production, and you just get producers credit on that. I was like, oh, so it's your thing. You just want to do it by yourself, but okay. Well, we'll see how that go when it's turned around. And then he changes his mind. He's like, I thought about it. Nah, let's just keep doing everything together. But I think more so because my husband, he is like he has a lot of great ideas and a lot of the he's one of what that keeps us on like this fast pace, right? But nobody gives him credit for everything. They want to give me credit for everything, so I can understand why it's frustrating to him. Yeah,
I want
I'm
to
okay. I'm just like obviously with music stuff, I'd be kind of like when he be like, yeah, I need to be in on that. I'm like, I don't need you to help me write nothing.
well, listen, are we gonna get some new music with this Escape and SWV show? Like, cause we kind of want some more music. I mean, I'm just asking for the people.
Well, to be honest with you, no. We're all no. To be honest, because people are working on different things.
Gotcha.
We
Okay.
have a member that's actually working on something of her own. And then Tiny and I, we're thinking about doing our duo project again. Um, so I think everybody's content with doing shows together, but as far as music, we all got different ideas of what we want to see.
What you talked about the SWV and Escape show,
Hmm.
and you say it's dramatic. What is at the root of the drama?
Our group. My
But
group is
why?
we always got a lot of drama. Okay, so this time around, it's not just me. We have I'm just okay. I guess I can say I don't want to say too much, obviously, because y'all gonna have to watch whenever it airs. It's gonna be a while because I know I think they're trying to have us in the top of next year. But the sisters, they are not on the same page this year.
What?
Uh, yeah, and so it's interesting because anytime we all know, I mean, I've had family drama on while filming, and it's like anytime you have family drama while filming, it just intensifies everything, you know.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, we already have certain drama within our group that's just been ongoing for years that just does not seem to end. So we had that plus that. So it's just a lot happening. And then we got to throw SWV into certain mix of our drama. It just, yeah.
Have y'all ever thought about doing like a group therapy session?
That's what somebody said. It was like, y'all need therapy. I was like, I don't know if this is what I can say about my group. We can argue and go at it, but when we hit the stage, people never really be able to see it. It's like we hit the stage, we have fun on stage, and we go back to whatever we go back to. Somehow we're able to just make it work. I do not even know how to explain it. It's weird. Yeah. It's very weird.
It's
magic. It's gonna make
this is magic.
It makes for a good TV show.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Y'all are gonna have a good time watching.
I think that's been the great thing about you over the years and why you've lasted so long in this space is because you always have a lot of things going on, and the people in your life seem willing to be able to go with you on that journey. And speaking of which, I got another question for you. The people want to know, when are we getting another season of OLG?
You know, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to make it happen. You know what I mean? Okay. It's like Bravo is not, moving like I would really want. You know what I mean? So right now we're in the midst of trying to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So to be continued on that.
To be continued.
Okay. Okay. Last night on the reunion, can you tell me what your thoughts was on the seating last night? Because I was baffled.
I said it prior to the show airing. I was like, who came up with this seating arrangement? Okay. Now, I want to be clear because people always be saying, oh, Kandi on the end. So she like, I do not care about being on the end. The person who's right next to Andy is typically the ones who has been the most drama. That's what that means. It's not like you are any seniority or you were better than anybody. It meant that you were in the most bullshit throughout the season. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if I can say that on your show.
You can.
But yeah, you were in the most BS throughout the season. So you get to sit right next to Andy. That's what that means. And then, they put everybody else. But I would have thoughts. You would ask me. I thought it was going to be like Kenya, me, and maybe Drew on one side. And I was thinking they was going to have Marlo, Marlo, Sanya, and Sheree on the other side. So that's what I was thinking, not in any particular order, but it just, that's who I thought they was going to have. So I'm like, how you going to put Drew and Sanya next to each other and they be beefing? Like, that made no sense to me. And I said it when we had our first lunch break, because, we all were surprised by the seating arrangement when we walked out. And then at our little lunch break, I remember saying to one of the producers, I was like, why did y'all do that? And they were like, oh, it'll be fine. They're not going to do it. And then right after that, we went back to that set, and them girls down there was about to pop off on each other. Y'all ain't seen that part yet. It was about to pop off. I was like, yeah. As I said, this wasn't a good idea.
I almost wondered if it was designed to throw you guys off your game, like to kind of like set the stage for you to kind of be like, now what?
I think some people were like, what? Okay. I was just kind of like, this is stupid, but okay.
So I need to get your thoughts on something. What? I want to talk about Sheree a little bit, right? And I want to know your thoughts on the launch of She by Sheree.
Okay, let me say I was dying with that code. That she not by she in. What? Who came up with that? That was funny to me. I'm like, who is she by? Like, help us find out, lady. Which she is doing this.
What is she doing? Is the question.
Yeah, what is she doing? I was dead. Oh my God. Okay, so let me go back. First of all, I have definitely been wanting to see, just like everybody else in the world, wanting to see She by Sheree win all these many years. Okay. So when she had pulled the whole fashion show together while we were filming, we were all super excited. I don't know if you guys noticed. A lot of people are mad that Andy said this was the best finale, but I believe the reason why he liked it is because we did not have not one argument amongst us as a group. Nobody paid
I
attention to
didn't
that.
even realize that.
Nobody paid attention to that. It was a very, intriguing finale. You had the drama with Sheree and is she gonna make it? And her dude showing up, and Apollo was there, and all this stuff that happened that kept you in it, right? But you did not notice that none of the girls argued with each other on the finale, which is pretty much hasn't happened. I don't know if it has. It had to be a long time ago. You know what I mean?
That's so
So
interesting.
yeah, everybody was pretty excited about that because I'm like, wow, we were able to have a great, ending to this season without it have to be about us being catty to each other. So we
Right.
were super excited for her. And Lord, I mean, I just knew she was gonna have them items, merchandising ready. The merchandise should have been ready to go. I was already mad because I wasn't mad, but I was just kind of like, girl, like you should have already had this stuff on sale, prior to the finale. Because I'm like, this is your commercial. People been talking about it. You could be selling stuff the whole season. But I thought, okay, well, she's just trying to save it for us for the finale, so it could be like, wow, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, I think we all, even though you all want to see somebody win, but when
We
something
do.
like that happen, you notice, honey. There's nothing we can do. Nobody's trying to, because I know she's gonna say we was trying to clown her. We wasn't trying to clown you, but we love you, and we love that you had a big moment in the finale. We just disappointed that it was not ready to purchase.
Yes, I had my credit card ready.
And
They
the
came.
finale was filmed back in what, top of March?
Yes, like you had months. Oh, they
Yeah.
came for you hard with your speak on it.
What? Oh my God. I was like, if they show one more clip of Speak On It, I'm like, okay, can we not just give an episode of Speak On It tonight? First of all, I want to say shout out to Bravo and RHOA for showing love to Speak On It, because we need that for our YouTube page, honey. I need all the shine. But if I should have had me a doggone commercial for Speak On It. I was like, oh, people in their feelings about Speak On It. It had me cracking up when I was sitting there and they were saying so much about Speak On It. I was like, ooh, y'all like in your feelings.
So speaking of speak on it, okay, I just want to play you a little clip right here. Okay, I just want you to listen to this little part right here.
Following you or something. Yeah, I wasn't, and you were trying to get me work.
Okay, now.
I didn't even remember that. She admitted to it. I Speak On It. Oh my God, I'm so glad you showed me. We're going to go back and find that clip. That's with somebody. It's like, I honestly have tried to help her without cameras, without anybody knowing, in different ways. And for her to get on this platform and say that I never help people, it really, really bothered me, man. Like, I pride myself on, like, I post people without them asking me to. I try to show love to people that I don't know randomly. And I do things constantly throughout the year through my foundation. And honey, I definitely have helped her if I didn't help nobody else. Whether it be, getting her the TV show, whether it be I've gotten her agents that she currently is using. Yes. Yes, I send jobs her way. If I don't get jobs, I tell him to pass it on to, try to get her own stuff.
I would be
about me.
I would be angry.
I was very angry. That's why I was like screaming at her last night. Well, on the last night's episode. I mean, I just was like, the nerve of you. And then when she sat up there and still tried to find a way to discredit me, to be like, well, Todd called me. First of all, Todd did not call you to start coming up with a show. Todd was not even thinking of a fashion show at first. She said to me she needed help trying to figure out what she was going to do with her, moves, since she wasn't on Housewives at the time. They was not allowing her to come on this show because, you know, whatever drama she had with some of our past people right up on Housewives. So she was not on our show. I don't know if y'all remember, for like 2 seasons or something like that. Y'all don't remember that? Do you remember on Housewives? Yeah, she wasn't on our show, and it wasn't by her choice. So I was like trying to help her figure out something for her to keep her going, maybe in the public eye. So I talked to my husband and said, hey, maybe we can help her get a show. I called my contact at WeTV, mine, on my phone, and said, hey, you know, let's meet. We met with him, talked to him about her show for her. They was like, they liked her, but they didn't know about doing the show. So my husband went back home, put together a whole one sheet, put together a reel, found other people. We both found other people in the fashion industry in Atlanta to interview, put in, you know, add to it. We shot a pilot, okay, with WeTV because they had signed it. And then they took a long time before it was time to actually start the production. By that time, she had started being a friend of the show again on Housewives. So she wanted to act up when it was actually time to start filming. And they was like, yeah, we ain't got time for that. We don't want that drama. If she doesn't want to be here, you know, it was her and one other person on the show. I'm not saying his name. But that was like acting like they was all of a sudden finna start asking for some more stuff and they had already agreed to. So I was like, girl, hey, you're not stopping anything from me. And the only reason why I was bringing it up, she was like, why you keep bringing it up? Because you're telling the world I don't help people. So obviously I have to defend myself and show that not only do I help people, I've helped you. That's the main thing.
Last thought about Marlo. What was your thought about her monologue at the end of that last night's episode?
Oh, child. Well, I'm sure you heard on Sheree's show. I wasn't really a fan of that monologue. I think a lot of people weren't. I saw other people tweeting about it. Yeah, I just felt like it was a whole pity party going on. And don't get me wrong, I do know that she's been through some things in her life, but I don't think it's fair for people who have been through trauma to put their trauma on other people, which she tends to do a lot. Like, and then she lashes out on people all the time and wants to use that as an excuse for you to just say, oh, okay, it was all right that you dogged me or whatever. You know, she does it all the time. So anyway, when she was giving her speech, let's be for real, like it was practice. I will say to you, some of these women, and I have been on this show for 13 reunions, they will practice their reads. They practice things they're going to say to try to get the fans to like them and stuff like that. It was very clear to me that that long speech had already been practiced before. Like somebody had already told her, look, you know, this is how you can get people to not be so like share, be vulnerable. You know, I can hear what they were telling her already. You know what I'm saying in my head. As I was watching it play out and her saying, with you, Wendy, and you, I was like, I started to stop her in her tracks. I started to. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to let her be great because she's not going in on anybody, so I'm going to just let her have this. But in my mind, I was like, this is a practice rehearsed speech, honey. Where is the Oscar?
Speaking of Oscar, Emmy, Tony, Grammy, what do you have next for us? Because I know you got a whole block of interviews to do with some of our peers out here in the YouTube space. God, no, thank you for doing this. But what do you have next before we go?
Well, next for me is the piano lesson, which is coming to Broadway September 19th. It's starring Samuel L. Jackson, John David Washington, Danielle Brooks, and LaTanya Richardson Jackson is the first woman to ever direct this show on Broadway. Now, the piano lesson was written by August Wilson. If you guys don't know, he actually won a Pulitzer Prize for this show. So it's a hit already, okay? But with these amazing, talented actors in the show, and the other thing is we have award-winning other people that are part of the behind the scenes of this show. When I tell you hands down, you guys need to be there. And listen, I'm not too afraid to say I need you there. I would love for you guys to come and support and, you know, see this show. Yes, you know, Sister Wanna Tony, that ain't just it, because, you know, I just want it's, you know, I want to be a part. I'm already happy to be a part of something that is great because this show is great. They are great. I look up to them. You know what I mean? And my husband and I, this is like for us, we're both producing on this show. It's like, can you imagine going your whole life looking up to people like Samuel L. Jackson? And, you know, I'm friends with Danielle Brooks, but to see her in the show like right now, like it's one of those feelings where I just sit around sometimes and be like, wow. You know what I mean?
I'm having that moment right now. So like, this is everything to me. So I just want to say thank you for that. And we will definitely be supporting the piano lesson, y'all. Make sure y'all go out and check it out. Kandi, we will be following you on Instagram. We're going to be following you on Speak On It. Please don't stop. Do not let these people stop you from being great. Keep commenting.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Skye Squad. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you guys in the next video.